Good morning, Donda. Good morning, Donda. Good morning, Donda. Good morning, Good morning, Donda. I'm about to bust. How are you all doing? You know, I didn't actually get that much sleep last night, but I have been doing something a little different with my sleep that seems to be improving the quality of it. I have stopped taking my laptop to bed. I used to leave streams on while I was falling asleep, but I actually just stopped bringing it to bed, and that's been helping. Makes a difference. I know that it's probably a no-duh kind of thing, but for a while it wasn't a problem. I think that part of the problem is when I bring my laptop to bed, I bring my stress to bed too. That's quite a bit. It makes a difference. It didn't used to be a problem. But I'm doing better now. What I need is a bedside lamp. I think part of the problem is when I have my computer on me, I feel the urge to respond to people and then work in bed. It's like, oh, I'm awake, I need to work now. This is years of bad boundaries with work coming to a head. See, Caustic, that makes sense. I don't have that issue. But until you sleep with plushies, I do. I do already. Look, it's comfy. It's comfy, okay? Oh. Oh. That caustic botanist, maybe. Vex had a custom plushie made of their Sona, and they gave it to me, and it was so sweet. Wait, okay, Metal Hattie, a book about death. That describes a lot of things that I read. Hold on. A depressing book about a man dying. Yeah, no, that does not narrow it down. It wasn't in English. Oh. It was Arabic? What? Oh, no, I remember what you were talking about. The Blind Owl. There is an English translation. I think you're talking about The Blind Owl. The owl is metaphorical, I'm sorry. That was a book that really stuck with me in my Middle Eastern literature course. Oh my god, they know how to write. Even the translations are so powerful. Yeah, you know, Tronzoid, something I did is I just logged out of Twitter, and logging in is a little bit of a bitch sometimes, especially if you don't remember your passwords offhand. You have them written somewhere. So I just don't really have to worry about like the temptation to go on to social media anymore. It already helps that I don't like posting to my like big official account. I don't like it. Tabiko, this is safer. Yeah, Metal Hattie, it's... You might notice that on Twitter, I never post. Ever. Like, here, you guys want to check out my Twitter? Let's check out my, like, official Twitter with, like, 70,000 followers or something that I never use. Here. Here. Oh, what the ass? Oh, why am I like this? Hold on. I'm doing a little bit of OBS hygiene right now. Apologies. A little bit of hygiene. A little breaky for me. And then we're going to come back. And I'm going to start the show over. Can you tell that I watch or listen to Knowledge Fight? Red alert, red alert, red alert. Okay, here's my Twitter. So I have like on December 14th of last month, I made a post about work. December 10th, soundtrack progress, and then I just kind of had another like short update a few days before. Needy week, needy week, needy week, nady. Okay, look, I'm gonna level with you. I play it cool, but that's my brain whenever I see you crop up in my chat, Nady. Just like nady. Yeah, Beep Crank. I do weekly updates now on Patreon because I'm in the final stages of making the video. Ryan, but like I retweeted a music video that Ryan made. So listen, say you got Dark Tide. We got it. Okay, let's play. I mean, can't right now, but let's play. Just like updates, right? Like bad estimates on the release. There's me tweeting. Oh my god, retweeting in August. Like, this is how little I post. And I'm thankful for it. Power Wash Simulator tweeted meow meow purr. And I was like, lol. There was some cute fan art that someone made that I decided to retweet. The Matani Step Down. Then Hurdy Gurdy. This. And then I did this, right? I ship posted in July of last year. Still my best ship post ever.
In a video response to his suspension from Twitter, Peterson said, quote, "Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who. Meow. Meow. Purr."
I'm still proud of that one. Oh yeah, I retweeted it. I just wanted people to see it. I just don't post because I don't enjoy it. It's stressful. It's just stressful. Mary. Hi. That's the dude I'm going to be streaming Darktide with. We're going to be raiding him as soon, like just in about 40 minutes. Oh, Dante left. Thank you for the 9 months. And also Urban Phoenix, thank you for the 15 months. From the beginning of the Owl. Thank you so much. Emander, I've not played Shogi, but I know about it. I have every intention of trying it at some point. Urban Phoenix says 15 months of horrifying content. Thank you, Come Owl. To be fair, I don't talk about Come that much anymore. I leave that to the weird Christian pastors.
Come. I'd do anything for Jesus. I found over 1,700 times in the Word of God where this word is used, come, and that's not cometh and the rest of the comes, but that's just come. Preaching my heart out for 45 minutes to an hour on that one word, come. And it was one of our Lord's favorite words. Come unto me. Come and drink. Come and dine. Jesus said, come, come, and come, and it goes on and on and on. I know this is dumb, friends, but there are people that still haven't got it, so bear with me. When I say come, it means come. And I'm coming, you're coming. When I turn to my son and I say come, I want them to come. That word come is universal in its application. Come. What did Jesus say to him?
Come. Lycon, thank you for the 9 months. I've got you covered.
I have come.
Thank you very much, Lycon. And Ender... Oh, yeah. Wait. Yes. Ender Cobra, thank you for the 100 bits. They said I watched last night's VOD, and I just want to say again, sorry for monopolizing your time away from everyone else who wanted to play. You're fine. You're seriously fine. If I was that worried about it, and I saw that there was no time control on it, it's fine. Like, if I was that worried about it, I would not have done it. Yeah, it was fun. People had a blast. You're seriously fine. And Plico, oh, thank you for the 500 bits. Lovely, using your channel as a dropship. You know, you want to know something funny? I forgot that drop shipping was like its own sort of scam. Scam, is it? Just like, what, buying stuff and then giving it out? Oh, one on the Vine. Thanks for gifting out a sub. Chopper Dave got that one. Metal Hattie? What? No. I have no idea what you are talking about. It is so specific. I love... Isn't it great when preachers project their own anxieties out onto their flocks? I had a good time streaming last night. For those who missed it, I did do a secret chess stream last night. Just decided to play some chess. I felt like it. I felt like streaming. Streaming is a very pleasant activity for me now. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy about, like, how that relationship has changed. Oh, you know what? While we're on the top, you know what? Let's get the come out real quick. I was hanging out with Alfhilda, like off stream, yesterday, and she showed me something. Do you guys want to hear some Yandere male ASMR boyfriend audio? Because apparently that's a thing. Mary, who? Yeah, you guys ready? Trick question. No, you're not. Rough sex making you feel good.
Are you gonna come, baby? Please, come. Come, come. Yes, baby, please, come, 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 come! No!
No. Oh, God. Come. No. Holy fuck. Lois. You have more? Mary, please. I beseech you. Please, give it to me. Can you DM it to me? Mike and Fred streams are my #1 choice on Twitch to come take psychic damage at. I don't know why I read that in the same tone of voice as Pooh's Adventures Wiki. Pooh's Adventures of me. My name is Biffy Jones. I'm not going to play that video again. I played it too much. It brain rotted me. You're welcome, Schnee. I'm here to make your life worse. Oh, Alfie also showed me something else that as soon as she showed it to me, I knew I had to show to all of you. Egypt's army orchestra just, for some reason, weirdly sucks. Hey, newcomer, thanks for the 10 months. Beans, 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 beans. No. Hold on.
It looks like you get to visit the bonus bean room.
It has been 2 months since you showed off the You Got to Be Kidding Bailey videos, yeah? Thank you, newcomer. How bad are they? Judge for yourself. This is how it's supposed to sound. Metal Hattie, that is exactly my reaction. When Alfie showed this to me, my first reaction was, this sounds like a middle school band. This is how it's supposed to sound. It sounds like a hive of bees. I love Putin's face listening to this. He's like, I'm dying of cancer, and I am spending my last moments listening to these assholes. Oh, Mary, it's okay. I appreciate your effort all the same. Just, he's like, I'm dying, and these are my last hours on this earth. This is fine. Now, Dutch intelligence put out that one of the reasons that their intelligence agency put out info that the reason Putin is acting so erratically is because his cancer meds are fucking with his head. Take it, it's a country's national intelligence agency. Could easily be disinformation, but take it for what you will. For this moment, I choose to believe it's true because it's the funnier option. Wasting his life, the last hours of his life, listening to the fucking Egyptian army orchestra. I think it's the Dutch intelligence agency that put out that info. It certainly would explain a lot. I mean, there's been a lot of speculation that he has cancer and that, like, the invasion of Ukraine is just him trying to secure his legacy. God put a cancer in the butthole of every leader of Russia. It's just Putin. It's just Putin. Heard Parkinson's. That also is not unlikely. Why would God do that? Why would... Have you not heard Pastor Manning? Do you not... Do you not know? Hold on, let me find it. Did I... Wait. Did I not bookmark it? Okay, it's certainly in my chat with Jabroni Mike. Oh, I forgot that I sent him. You're still depressed? What do you do when you're depressed? Let's see, the Beatles say come. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? What? Seriously? Maybe it's in the recommended of Pastor Manning saying Seba. Oh wait, no, right. It's I remember the name of the video. It's Pastor Manning's gay flaming butthole. I think it was. Yeah, here we go. Pastor Manning's flaming cancerous butthole. This.
God's going to put a cancer in the butthole. God's going to put a cancer in the butthole of every sodomite. Every sodomite's butthole will get cancer in the butthole. It'll burn and burn and burn. They won't be able to sit down because of the burning in their butthole. He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's going to have a flame.
Hold on a second.
Because of the burning in their butthole. He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. If you thought that AIDS was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet until you see the flaming butthole. Your butthole will be flaming and you will not be able to sit down until you have a flame coming out of your butthole, and there'll be people walking around all over America with flames coming out of their butthole. Everyone who takes it up the rear, everyone who has a penis injected in his butthole, when that penis comes out, the flame will start burning, because ain't nobody gonna stick no penis in that flame. That flame will be an eternal flame coming out of the butthole of every sodomite. Flame coming out of the butthole, flame coming out of your butt. That man pulls that penis out of you, A flame is going to come out, and nobody will ever stick a penis in your butthole again because it will be on fire. You ain't seen nothing till you see the flame coming out of T.D. Jake's butt. Lightning bug got a flame coming out of his butt, and all flames shooting out of there behind. You're going to see the power of God. Flame of fire is going to come out of that butthole.
I wanted that last Sephiroth. Power of God. I'll catch you later, Spectral. Rest well. This has to be entertainment. I mean... Yeah. I mean, it's entertainment now. It is for us. Right, so you guys, I thought that it would be fun to share something with you. That this is completely different. Now not talking about flaming buttholes. Did you know that there is an extremely influential, a remarkably influential clickhole article that was deleted almost immediately after it was posted? To the point that it is referenced and the name of the article has become a common part of journalistic parlance. Check this out. So this is on the Internet Archive. Legal bombshell. Mueller flipped Trump's confidant's lawyer's friend's associate Gortman, who could testify against Bleemer, and it's not even lunchtime. Oh, Emmy, thank you for the 100 bits. One-winged angel and... a masterpiece. Oh my god. Okay, that does sound funny. So... I don't think it's necessarily that people believed it. Even if they did, it would have no consequence. The title of this article spawned a name. It created a name for a phenomenon in the news called that people call it the Gortman and Bleemer problem now. That being that specific to Trump. Trump's indictment, it was really hard to parse what the hell was going on because there were new names cropping up every second and their relationship to one another was changing and what they had all done was changing. Like, everyone was being shitty, but how they were being shitty was completely lost. And then it was further complicated by people with political interests trying to skew it one way or another. Like, especially news outlets trying to skew it. And the term, the Gortman and Bleemer problem, has further extended out to describe the problem of just complicated news stories that are difficult to grasp. And on top of that, Robert Mueller just kind of refused to make his findings digestible because he didn't want to get involved in how weirdly politicized it had become. It's kind of funny, Trump was being accused of some pretty bad misconduct, and then he went and demanded that other countries, in order to parlay with the USA, they had to get dirt on his political opponents, which is a severe breach of it's that's pretty indefensible. It's you help me, I help you. You help me, the USA helps you. It's the thing they were trying to prove with the Mueller report, he just went and did. It has very similar energy to he just tweeted it out. And then that also got politicized. People trying to say, oh, it's not that bad, right? You got, what about Biden? God, this was what, 2018 or something? The thing got impeached over the first time, yeah. But this article was genius because it highlighted the problem with trying to cover such complicated things. Yeah, he tried to force Ukraine to give him dirt on Biden by denying them military assistance. Yeah. You remember that? 2018 does feel like, it feels like a millennium ago. Ugh. So this is amazing. The day's just getting started and the Trump House of Cards is already crumbling. This morning, special counsel Robert Mueller dropped a legal bombshell on the administration by filing court documents announcing a plea bargain with Trump's confidant's lawyer's friend's associate Gortman, and Gortman's testimony could spell major trouble for Bleemer, which must be terrifying for Trump. It's just a nightmare to actually parse. To avoid jail time, Gortman is ready to spill his secrets about Bleemer's secrets, which is a huge breakthrough in the Russia investigation. The best part is that it's not even noon, so we can still expect more shocking twists from Mueller today. My understanding is that Robert Mueller's conclusion was that, like, Trump wasn't super active in seeking Russia's assistance, but was like, hey, if you're gonna help, why not? Like, he didn't turn it down. That's my understanding of how it happened. It's kind of funny that the Mueller report turned up weird amounts of corruption all over the place, but it was hard to tie it back to Trump. That's my understanding of how it ended up going. It was hard to tie any direct action back to Trump, and then and then he went and demanded the Ukraine hand over info about Biden in return for military assistance. Spaghetti bobification on a journalistic level. Bye, newcomer. Sorry for talking about politics. Yeah, Holoraptor. Yeah, basically, like, it gets better. To avoid jail time, yep. Just think of what would happen if Gortman gives up Bleemer. Among Trump's business partners, co-conspirators' inner circle, perhaps nobody was closer to Bleemer than Gortman, not even Roscoe. Calderino called Gortman the king of the keys, and remember, Calderino was called the keymaster by Roscoe, who Gortman praised as Trump's personal key king, so Calderino knows what he's talking about. If Mueller can use Gortman to get to Bleemer, then Calderino's next, which is bad news for Roscoe, and Roscoe leads right back to people who lead right back to Trump. It is exactly how these articles are written, and it's written in the same sort of obnoxious prose that, like, left-leaning outlets use, right? Like, this is taking the piss out of, like, the left-leaning outlets that are just like, oh, this is where they get Trump, this is where we get him, oh yeah, baby. Yeah, and that's a good thing. Gortman and Bleemer sounds like a Rick and Morty bit, yeah. Oh yeah, and then, which is bad news for Roscoe, and Roscoe leads right back to people who lead right back to Trump. Feldermeyer must be quaking in his boots right now. Yeah, it's a splicer. Hi, surprise. We're actually hanging out for just a little bit because I'm going to join Mary for Darktide in 15 minutes, approximately. Roundabouts. Yeah, Nel Rashido, it certainly would simplify things, wouldn't it? first thing in the morning, it's the end of the road for the Trump administration because Robert Mueller is using Gortman to use Bleemer to lead the president to an inescapable legal trap. Either Trump can try to disavow Feldermeyer's parents' actions betraying Brenchler, or take credit for Feldermeyer's parents' actions infuriating Feldermeyer, who would then have no reason to protect Thrangorst. Donald Trump may be stupid, but he's not stupid enough to make an enemy out of Thrangorst, not considering what Thrangorst's brother's wife's brother knows about Trump's collaborators, allies, colleagues' crimes. However, Trump's other option, taking on Brenchler's own turf, is no more appealing for the president. No, this is what the Mueller reporting sounded like. Yes, this is satire. This is satire that was deleted almost immediately, and Clickhole just will not comment on it. One of the reasons, like... Oh, wait a minute. Isn't this around when Clickhole was still owned by The Onion? Because The Onion really seemed to, like... I know, like, someone in chat mentioned that they are owned by a company. They were bought out by a company with no political affiliation, but The Onion started going really downhill when they got bought, and they kind of seemed to be pandering more to left-wing interests. And this is lampooning the left-wing media. So it's possible it was deleted because the company that owned them was like, no, this makes like the left wing look bad. That is a possibility. And yeah, the Clickhole never explained why they deleted this article, even though it's become like a common reference among journalists. Like it is culturally important. Yeah. It's just peculiar. Honestly, it's hard to see how Dirty Donald springs back from this one. If Robert Mueller was waiting for the evidence he needed, this is practically a smoking gun held by Gortman pointing right at a second smoking gun held by Trump pointing right at a third smoking gun held by Russia. And the name inscribed on that gun? Bleemer. Trust no one, not even yourself. No, Gale Pond, it's too bad because it's good. Like, this is great satire. Robert Mueller holds all the cards, and by playing this ace in the hole, it's checkmate for Galloway. This is probably my favorite line in the whole thing, because it's the mixing of metaphors. Mixed metaphors make it so much harder to understand anything. And political articles like this are so guilty of mixing their metaphors. Robert Mueller holds all the cards, and by playing this ace in the hole, it's checkmate for Galloway. Once Galloway is behind bars, you've got to imagine it won't be long until Trump's closest cronies either join him in prison or spill what they know about the president's buddies' accomplices' crimes to Mueller. Either way, flipping Gortman may be Robert Mueller's most genius move yet and one of the final nails in Trump's coffin. Enjoy impeachment, Mr. President, because you're finished and it's not even lunchtime. Yeah, Michael Black, it's biting, and it's great. It's just too bad that they deleted the article. Just had lunch? Nice. Oh. Looks like... Okay. Yeah, they deleted the article and never explained why. I imagine that they were ordered to delete it by their owning company, which was this is my I personally remember them being pretty, they got weirdly pandering and were like, Hillary's great. And it's like, this is not how the Onion used to do things. The Onion used to make fun of everyone. Like, the Onion was always kind of left-leaning. Like, was always relatively left-leaning, but it would lampoon everyone. And then it just kind of, like, I distinctly remember the change during the 2016 elections, and it, like, was bothersome. This is my personal conspiracy theory. You're correct. I don't feel like it's that much of a stretch, though. Yum yum tea. Hillary is great, has please clap vibes. Yeah. So when Reddit got overrun by bots, yeah, it's true. It was around the time Hillary was like, yes, we are spending tons of money on astroturfing.
What?
Oh, what? Whoopsie daisy. Sorry. Hi, Nick. I joined the Discord call. I thought I deafened myself. I'm on stream right now. Say hi to stream, Nick.
Oh, hi to stream, Nick.
How are you doing, Nick?
I am fabulous. I know what I'm doing here. I won't know what I'm doing when we get into it, but hey, that's what the fun is, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, Nick. Hi, Lumi. Gosh, it's been forever.
I know, right?
How are you doing? I'm by the way, Mike's hot. I'm on stream right now. I'm live.
Oh, me too.
Okay. Hi everyone in Lumi's chat. I was talking about an article that was deleted almost immediately after being posted.
Oh, what is it about? I wonder.
It's actually it's a piece of satire. It's so in America there was an investigation into Trump and his ties with Russia, but the reporting around it became so confusing with so many names of different people doing different things and having different relationships to each other that it was impossible to follow. And Clickhole put out a parody article titled Legal Bombshell, Mueller flipped Trump's confidants, lawyers, friends, associate Gortman, who could testify against Bleemer, and it's not even lunchtime. Like, it's memeing. It's memeing. Like, it's a joke, right? Like, this is obscenely obtuse. And the article was deleted like an hour after it was made, and Clickhole has never stated why they deleted it. And but the funny thing is, it's become really culturally influential among journalists who have come to calling the problem of just really complicated situations like this the Gortman and Bleemer problem. Because these aren't real people. They're fake people.
The issue was that Gortman apparently was the wrong guy, so they had to recount.
For real. I have a conspiracy. My conspiracy theory is that around the time of the 2016 election, Hillary got really excited and announced that she was launching an astroturfing campaign to help her win the election. And immediately afterward, or like around that time, the Onion got bought and started like getting really pandering. That like my theory is they got bought out and that company was on the Hillary campaign's payroll, because the Onion used to make fun of everyone, and then it just suddenly didn't. And Clickhole was owned by the Onion, and then Gortman testified against Bleemer. See, you see the problem.
We're cracked. I love
Also,
cracked.
hi Nick. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Nice to meet you, Lumi. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Is the reactive images working alright for you guys? Are you guys streaming? I mean, Frederick is streaming, but are you streaming, Nick?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I am not ready. I might this week. I think I might this week actually.
Okay.
I'm entertaining how soon I'll kick over to it. But
Exciting.
yes.
It's Mary is the connective tissue between so many different people. It's kind of impressive.
Yeah,
yes.
I refer to Mary as not as super glue, but as hot glue, because as soon as it gets hot and gets applied to a surface, it dries very quickly. And then it just go.
Also, you think Mary's hot. We know, it's okay. Sorry for wheezing. I wasn't ready for that.
Sorry for peeking.
You're good. Merriweather and Fred are the collective Kevin Bacon of VTubers. No, like, you meet Mary and then, like, the degrees of separation between you and anyone else collapses.
Honestly,
Is Kevin Bacon an artist?
Kevin Bacon is an actor who just
An
seems to know
actor?
everyone. Yeah, he's an actor who everyone seems to know. And it's become kind of a meme that, like, any given person is no more than, what, like 6 degrees of separation away from Kevin Bacon. So, like, the social distance between you and Kevin Bacon is referred to as your bacon number.
Oh, nice.
So for an example, Lumi, it would be a case where, like, okay, let's say I know an artist, like, all right, Alex Pardee, that's an artist I know.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
say Alex Pardee knows an actor, all right, who knows an agent who personally has interacted with Kevin Bacon. That would put me at, like, what, 3 or 4 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
4, I think.
Yeah, so it works like that.
I think a bacon number of 0 is you are literally friends with Kevin Bacon. I don't even know what he starred in. I do not know my celebrities.
I'm not sure either. I remember he was in the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. That's the
What?
only one that I remember.
Wait, what? There was a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special?
Yeah, this year. Last year.
What?
Fred, if I told you that there was a She-Hulk series, would that melt your brain?
No, I know about that. I know about that. I know that exists. I know nothing beyond the fact that it exists. I know that Twitter got mad about it for some reason. I forget why. And then, like, I don't know, probably Tucker Carlson got mad about it, but Tucker Carlson is mad that, like, the shoes on the M&Ms are changing.
Well, it's okay. He has Maya Rudolph now.
I want to have sex with the brown M&M. Oh dear.
Have you guys played the tutorial in the game already?
Yes, I did the prologue, and actually, Nick, it would be good if you got that going imminently.
Oh God!
The prologue takes a minute. It's cool.
Yeah.
You also got to make your character. Would recommend getting that going right away.
Performing first time setup.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It won't take long. It's just got to install drivers. Mary is. I think Mary did the prologue, actually. Funny enough.
Oh yeah, he was playing for like 7 hours already. So he's been playing for a bit.
Okay, he got into it. That's pretty rad. I played a little bit. I got up to trust rank 6, and I've got a 4 staff now, so I'm more useful.
I'm a trust rank 1.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Mary predicted that you would choose Ogren. Big boy, slab. Slab bulkhead. Punch iron stag. Roll fizzle beef. Big McLarge huge. Oh my god. watched too much. There was one summer in high school where I went on YouTube and just watched too many MST3K clips. I have an MST3K sound clip on my soundboard now. We hope you've enjoyed No Moral Theater. Biff jerky.
Huge jacked man.
Biff jer...
Huge jacked man.
Huge jacked man. Oh my god. Oh, you want to know something funny? One year I was gifted one of those DVD collections of old horror movies, like B horror movies. And then I never really watched any of them. I watched one of them and I was like, this is bad. So I didn't really watch the rest of them. But then I was watching MST3K and I was like, wait a minute. This was in that collection of shitty horror movies that I got. Like for my birthday. Biff jerky. See, I hear Biff jerky and now I think of Biffy Jones. Pooh's Adventures Wiki. Pooh's Adventures of Me. I was born in a ship.
If the Microsoft Net framework is kind of like stuck halfway on step 2 for 2 minutes at least, right?
Yeah, give it a minute. If it's the first time you've installed these drivers for any game, then yeah, it can take a hot second.
Gotcha.
I like Pooh, Piglet, Thomas, Thimus, Thimble, Trumbula, Robert Plank, Albert Clench, and Compact Disc. I know that off the top of my head. I'm so mad. Mommy Hamamo says that I can't keep doing this forever, but I cut the brake lines on her bike, so we'll see who's sloshing soon. Nick, you haven't seen that, have you?
No.
Hold on. I'm sending it to you. Bailey. Oh my god. Right. Bailey Vio. There we go. I'm sending it. I'm sorry I'm like this. I'm not sorry I'm like this.
It's okay.
It's okay, Frederick.
Don't reassure me. I don't deserve it. Oh, Mary's wondering if we're ready to go. Yes.
Yeah, yes.
The
Yes, we
time
are.
has come.
Ah.
Oh. Microsoft is causing problems. Yeah, just give it a minute. Okay. Mary's live. The time has come. We're going to raid Mary. Mary just went live. Once he unmutes and says it's or undeafens and it says it's good to go, then we'll do it.
Okay, halfway through Pooh's Adventures of Me, and I think I get it.
Yeah. This is a photo of me. I love Biffy. Okay, like the crazy thing. Okay, I had an experience. I decided to figure out on stream what the hell the Pooh's Adventures wiki was. So I went onto the wiki and it's like a weird crossover of just everything. Like every property. And as I'm starting stream, one of the admins for the Pooh's Adventures wiki shows up in my chat. And has been here ever since. Like, it's... Now, I don't tap the glass taps me. The admin for the Pooh's Adventures wiki is regularly in my chat now. They're a stream regular.
What?
Hello, Mary. You're hot mic'd.
Hot
How are you? Hi.
What is hot?
It means that people can hear you on my stream.
Oh,
And
people
Lumi's
can hear you
stream.
on my stream as well.
Oh, gamer.
Yeah.
Here,
Woof.
here's what I'm gonna do. I am going I'm not going to test my computer by trying to stream Darktide. Bad idea. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna raid you, Mary.
Thank you.
And I'm going to quickly thank a couple of subs and bits that came in and raid you real quick. Oh,
Okay.
and let me introduce you to the people who are in call with me. There is Lumi Tuber. Say hello.
Hello, governor.
That works. There's Mary, who we're going to be raiding. And Nick Nocturne of Nightmind.
I'm stuck on the equivalent of a loading screen.
Yay! I'm surprised you didn't get this going beforehand.
I didn't expect the average Steam game to just sit here and give me the finger for 10 minutes. That's I don't think that's on me so much as it is technology.
But you did play the tutorial, right?
No.
He hasn't even launched the game.
I just got everything set up, man.
Damn it. It's okay.
Okay,
Thank
we
you
can
for the
do
subs,
one
everyone.
mission. We can do one mission before Nick gets
Yeah,
ready. Maybe.
I will join in. Yeah, we can play while we wait on Nick. Because
I will solve whatever the hell this is.
Okay, yeah, Lumi, have you made your character and done the prologue?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm ready.
perfect. Yeah, I'm
I've
good to
done
go
it
too.
3 times.
Yay! I'm good. Wait, you have 3 characters?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I've got a big guy named Dog.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We're all right, guys. We are going to raid Mary. I'll see you all over there.
Woof.
Mary, can you make the strike team and invite
Yes,
us?
I can do that.